Welcome to Own Your Words. Take it easy. Idiom. Meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. If someone tells you to take it easy or take things easy, they mean that you should relax and not do very much at all. 2. To not become angry, agitated, or upset about something. 3. To be more cautious, calm, or gentle, often used as an imperative. 4. To be relaxed, to not expend too much effort, often used as an imperative. 5. Used by extension as an informal parting sound. Examples. 1. The supporting cast was able to pick it up, but 24 got to take it easy for a game. 2. The bluish-purple flower favors poor, dry soil, so take it easy on the water and fertilizer. 3. Bob's still running the business on his own. He really ought to be taking things easy at his age. 4. Yeah, just take it easy, one guy said. He had sergeant's stripes on his bathrobe. 5. The guys always take it easy when I put her in, he says. To which I make a face. 6. Why don't you take it easy for a little while? We don't need to leave for another 2 hours. 7. That would be nice, he said softly. But don't hurry. You take it easy. Get well. 8. Don't take it easy on her, the two exchanging a glance. 9. Stop telling me to calm down. I will not take it easy until we've found my dog. 10. This argument is escalating and disturbing other guests. Can you both please take it easy? 11. Don't take it easy when you've spent our rent money on clothes. 12. Senny needs to take it easy the rest of the day, but other than that, that is all there is to it. Take the fifth. Idiom. Meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. To refuse to answer a question on the grounds that it might incriminate oneself. 2. Something that you say in order to tell someone you are not going to answer a question. 3. To refuse to testify against oneself in a court of law in accordance with the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Examples. 1. I would really like to say something funny here, but will instead take the fifth. 2. She got called to testify, and took the fifth. That's certainly her right. 3. I plead the fifth, Jack said, when his wife wanted to know where he had been. 4. Donald Trump Jr. would have had the option of taking the Fifth Amendment, he said. 5. When people would take the fifth over and over, we could kind of go back, one juror said. 6. I did not take the fifth for that testimony or any question within that testimony. 7. John Eastman has taken the fifth, and I don't think he's going to cooperate with anyone. 8. He'll surely refuse, as did Stone, Eastman, and some 30 others who took the fifth. 9. This provision is so well known that we have a phrase for it. Taking the fifth. 10. For years, Trump had mocked others who took the fifth, arguing it was a sign of guilt. 11. On Twitter, Snell explained why it was so important that Trump took the Fifth Amendment. 12. For years, took the fifth, arguing it was a sign of guilt. Take the gloves off. Idiom. Meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. Used to say that people are ready to begin a fight or argument aggressively. 2. To begin to be more tenacious, aggressive, or ruthless in the way one interacts with someone else, especially in a dispute, competition, negotiation, etc. Likened to removing boxing gloves which cushion the blows. Negotiate. Examples. 1. It's time for the prosecution to take the gloves off and introduce their key witness. 2. You can tell that she's taken the gloves off now. Just look at the ferocity and focus in her eyes. 3. Both of them took their gloves off and really began arguing. 4. The gloves are off, the rings are on, and we're ready to resist the fight that chose us. 5. In ever so gentle fashion, the gloves are off between artistic sentiment and scientific. 6. We've played it by their rules so far, but now the gloves are off. 7. After a week of talks and rumors, the gloves are off over the disputed poll. 8. We've already offered concessions to management, but they haven't responded. It's time to take the gloves off and threaten a strike. The battle has not even started, but the gloves are off already. 10. The gloves are off. There's no room for niceties because pride and honor are at stake. 11. And now the gloves are off in the battle of their juggernaut dramas. Take your time. Idiom. Meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. If you take your time doing something, you do it quite slowly and do not hurry. 2. Said to mean that you can spend as much time as you need in doing something, or that you should slow down. 3. To go at one's own preferred pace. To use as much as one needs or desires. Examples. 1. There are a lot of things we need to get right, so let's be sure to take our time on this. 2. You certainly took your time to get here. I've been waiting an hour, he groused. 3. He took his time answering, knowing that he must select his words with great care. 4. Liz took her time over washing, in order to give the child a chance to return to bed. 5. I want to take my time over tackling up and savoring the prospect of the sport I hope to enjoy. 6. Peahens survey several males and take their time over their decision, allowing each to parade his tail to best advantage. 7. Ask for answers to be clarified. Take your time over your questions and any discussion which follows. 8. If I'd known everyone else was late, I'd have taken my time getting here. 9. It's nice to be able to take your time, to really try to refine an image. 10. Don't try to rush through the exam. Take your time, or you'll make a lot of silly. Taste of your own medicine. Idiom. Meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. Harsh or unpleasant treatment, that is like the treatment someone has given other people. 2. To treat someone as badly as they have treated you. 3. When someone gets the same bad treatment that he has been giving others. Examples. 1. This team likes to play rough, so let's go out there and give them a taste of their own medicine. 2. Don't be rude to others. You won't like it when you get a taste of your own medicine. 3. I'm tired of him always finding faults with me. I'm going to taste of his own medicine. 4. It's not for nothing that people are calling you names. You're getting a taste of your own medicine. 5. If he doesn't change his behavior by reasoning, he's going to get a taste of his own medicine. 6. The con artists decide to give the journos a taste of their own medicine. 7. It is nice to get in their faces and give them a taste of their own medicine. 8. Give them a taste of their own medicine, and you discover that they are, in fact, cowards. 9. Doug is a bully. Like it when his victims fight back and give him a taste of his own medicine. Under, or below the radar. Idiom. Meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. In a position in which someone or something will remain unnoticed or undetected. 2. Another way to say underground, often alluding to something that is yet to be found. 3. Not generally perceived, below popular consciousness. Examples. 1. They managed to stay under the radar for years, after stealing all that money from their friends. 2. Prior to the album trilogy, songs by The Weeknd was pretty much under the radar. 3. The conflict has slipped below the radar screens of the mass media. 4. After the successful career of a decade, why the band is staying under the radar now? 5. This under-the-radar Sri Lankan-inspired restaurant is truly a hidden gem. 6. How a serious error can be slipped under the radar of the inspectors? 7. It took a delicate, below-the-radar diplomatic mission by Lot to end the stalemate. 8. I haven't seen my close friend since 3 months, he is going off the radar. 9. The Mountaineers were under the radar in 2023 despite winning 9 games and the Mayo Bowl. 10. The intelligence agencies revealed the place where criminals stayed below the radar. 11. The couple's wedding ceremony was very much a below-the-radar affair. 12. The group has already used a separate novel technique to fly under the impression. Idiom meaning with example. Meaning. 1. If you are under the impression that something is the case, you believe that it is the case, usually when it is not actually the case. 2. To be under the impression means to think, assume, or believe something is the case, usually mistakenly. 3. To believe that something is. Examples. 1. They were under the impression that all strike offenses had to be violent or serious. 2. She seemed to be under the impression more guests were coming, but nobody else ever came. 3. I was under the impression you liked working with John, he said with bewilderment. 4. Sorry I missed the meeting. I was under the impression it had been rescheduled, she said. 5. Ed is under the impression that you are selling the company. Is it true? He asked. 6. Both Hallie and Seth were under the impression that they were hidden. 7. I was under the impression that you couldn't get a parking ticket on private property. 8. He had apparently been under the impression that a military coup was in progress. 9. Her parents were under the impression that she was doing well at school. 10. Most people were under the impression that he was joking, whereas he was deadly serious. 11. If you are under the impression that laser hair removal is a one-time deal, you are mistaken. 12. No offense, but I'm under the impression the others didn't have a chance to object, he said. University or school of life. Idiom. Meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. The real world as a source of instruction, as opposed to a formal education. 2. Difficult real-life experience, as opposed to formal education. 3. The informal education one receives by learning from one's experiences, both good and bad, rather than a formal educational institution. Examples. 1. He brought the perspective of someone who is educated in the University of Life. 2. My uncle might not have made it past grade school, but he's learned more from the School of Life than most of our professors. 3. A proper education is indeed important, but do not neglect the lessons you receive from the School of Life. 4. I never had the advantage of an Oxford degree. All my experience comes from the University of Life, he said with fierceness. 5. I have grown up with the University of Life, where facts outweigh prayer. 6. The military was the University of Life. Afghanistan was the experience of your life, he said. 7. Due to the fact that my only education is in the University of Life, people don't listen to me. 8. She graduated from the University of Life, not Cambridge or Oxford. 9. By education he means, at the University of Life as well as Le Havre University. Up to scratch or snuff. Idiom meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. You can say something is up to scratch or up to snuff if it's as good as it should be, or as good as it needs to be. 2. Good enough. As good as expected or wanted, usually used in negative statements such as, not up to scratch. To scratch. 3. Sufficient. Adequate. Of acceptable or satisfactory. Examples. 1. His grammar and accent were not up to scratch, and he kept running to the airport. 2. Sarah, please make sure the new assistant is up to scratch. If not, he'll need to be replaced. 3. I'm afraid your work has not been up to scratch lately. You'll need to start doing a lot better. 4. Jenny, I know you've had a lot going on at home, but these reports just aren't up to scratch. 5. How much money do you think it will take to bring my car up to scratch? 6. The last few episodes of the TV program haven't been quite up to scratch. 7. The level of safety in our power stations must be brought up to scratch. 8. The food was up to snuff, but the hotel staff was not at its usually efficient best. 9. So do feel free to change anything that strikes you as not up to scratch, she said timidly. 10. Meanwhile, are the new BMW electric cars up to scratch? Reporter questioned him. 11. Simu Liu wasn't quite up to scratch with his fighting skills before being cast in Marvel movies. 12. He works closely with his suppliers to ensure that the ingredients are always up the ante. Idiom meaning with examples. Meaning. 1. To raise the stakes higher. This can apply in a gambling sense or in any situation which might require such an action. 2. To raise the stakes in a betting game. 3. To increase the level of something, often one related to money. 4. To increase the risk or possible harm that could result from something. 5. To set a higher standard or goal. Examples. 1. The government has upped the ante by refusing to negotiate until a ceasefire has been agreed. 2. Slow Horses seems determined to up the ante a bit for its third outing. 3. Its network division upped the ante by paying an estimated $2 million a year for a deal. 4. He has done nothing but play games since we broke up. I'm going to have to up the ante if I want to win. 5. It looks like everyone wants to up the ante, so let's all bet a little more. 6. I didn't planning on bet so much until Jason upped the ante on us. 7. I'm just going to threaten them a little and up the ante so that they finally pay up. 8. Don't up the ante anymore. You're betting far too much money already. 9. Sensing how keen the people looking at the house were, Jerry upped the ante another $5,000. 10. Don't try to up the ante on us, said the Steve. We know what the asking price is. 11. The Secretary of State last night upped the ante by refusing to accept the election results. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Meanings and examples are available in video description.